Good morning, dear friends. Up till now, we completed first section, that is general pharmacology section. In last lecture, we completed pharmacodynamic chapter, and also I think you may completed tutorial. तुम्हाला जे ट्युटोरियलचे क्वेश्चन दिले ते होप तुमच्याकडनं आशा करतो की सगळ्यांनी ते ट्युटोरियलचे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व केले असतील. आणि अजून एक सांगतो की ज्यांनी केलेले नसतील त्यांनी सुद्धा अजून वेळ आहे, तोपर्यंत सगळ्यांनी क्वेश्चन्स आन्सर्स लिहून कंप्लीट ठेवायचे आणि ते क्वेश्चन आन्सर न बघता लिहायचे. दुसरी गोष्ट मित्रांनो अशी सांगायची वाटते की आम्ही एवढ्या मेहनतीने जे काही व्हिडिओ अपलोड करत आहोत, जेवढं रेकॉर्डिंग करून तुम्हाला शिकून घेत आहोत, सगळे नोट्स प्रोव्हाइड करत आहोत, परंतु अजूनसुद्धा काही विद्यार्थी तुमचे व्हिडिओ किंवा त्यांनी नोट्स कंप्लीट नसतील किंवा व्हिडिओ बघत नाहीत असं आमच्या निदर्शनास येते. तर याचे कॉन्सिक्वेन्सेस खूप हे होणार आहे. त्यामुळे आत्तापासून ज्यांनी अजून बघितलं नाही, आम्हाला याच्यात लक्षात येते की बरेच विद्यार्थी अजून व्हिडिओ बघत नाही किंवा काय अडचण असेल, तुम्हाला जर समजा अडचण येत असेल व्हिडिओ बघायला, तर आमच्या कुठल्याही स्टाफला तुम्ही मेसेज करू शकता. व्हॉट्सअप ग्रुपवरती जे आहे त्याच्यावरती न टाकता इंडिव्हिज्युअली व्हॉट्सअपवरती मेसेज करा की सर मला ही अडचण येते, मला ती अडचण येते, परंतु तुम्ही याच्यापासून वंचित राहू नका. तर हे सगळ्यांनी लक्षात ठेवायचं आहे. नाउ फ्रॉम टुडे वी स्टार्ट विथ द सेकंड सेक्शन, that is drugs acting on central nervous system, that is on CNS. This is the next topic, next section under pharmacology and toxicology subject, that is drugs acting on central nervous system, that is drugs acting on central nervous system. This is the next topic. Next under central nervous system there are about 7 to 8 chapters are going to be included. Now from today we start with the first chapter, that is general anesthetic agent. This is the first chapter under CNS, general anesthetic agents. You know that आपण कुठलेही सर्जरी, कुठलेही ऑपरेशन जेव्हा करत राहतो, डॉक्टर लोक जेव्हा करतात त्यावेळेस पेशंटला आपण अॅनास्थेशिया देतो. अॅनास्थेशिया मध्ये दोन प्रकार आहेत. वन इज टू बी कॉल्ड एज जनरल अॅनास्थेशिया, जेव्हा होल बॉडीमध्ये आपलं लॉस ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस होईल, अँड अनदर वन इज लोकल अॅनास्थेशिया की तो पर्टिक्युलर पार्टला फक्त लॉस ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस होणार आहे. सो फ्रॉम टुडे वी स्टार्ट विथ द फर्स्ट टॉपिक अंडर ड्रग्स ॲक्टिंग ऑन CNS, that is general anesthetic agent. Now first thing, what are general anesthetic agents? These are the drugs by acting on central nervous system, majorly produces CNS, and by acting on central nervous system produces depression, that is produces depression action on central nervous system, thereby produces reversible loss of consciousness. This word is important, that after administration of these agents produces reversible. Reversible means what? काही काळानंतर किंवा काही लिमिटेड पिरियड पर्यंत पेशंट काय राहणार आहे, लॉस ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस म्हणजे बेशुद्ध राहणार. सो इट प्रोड्युसेस रिव्हर्सिबल लॉस ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस, particularly loss of sensations are going to be occur. It causes loss of pain sensation, particularly pain sensations are going to be lost, and after some period action will be reversible, and therefore these are the pharmacological agent produces depression action on central nervous system, thereby produces reversible loss of consciousness, particularly loss of sensation, particularly loss of pain sensation occurs sufficiently complete to allow surgical operation. जोपर्यंत ऑपरेशन चालू आहे तोपर्यंत पेशंट काय राहणार आहे, बेशुद्ध राहणार आहे. therefore that agent, that is called as general anesthetic agent. There are so many types of general anesthetic agent. All agent produces major action that produces depression on central nervous system, causes depression on CNS, and only the difference that is in susceptibility. कि प्रत्येकाची ऍक्शन ही व्हॅरिड राहणार आहे. की सम प्रोड्युसेस 4 hour action, 2 hours action, depending on the concentration, produces reversible loss of consciousness. All general anesthetic agent produces depression, first affecting to cerebral cortex, then cerebrum, then spinal cord function, and then medulla oblongata function. Means these functions are going to be paralyzed. Slowly what happens when these agents given causes the depression action on central nervous system, thereby affecting function of cerebral cortex, cerebrum, spinal cord function, and medulla oblongata function, and thereby slowly there is a reversibility take place. loss of consciousness, and after operation, after surgery, there is a reversible action, and therefore such agents are going to be called as general anesthetic agent. So for 2 marks, we have defined general anesthetic, that these are the pharmacological agent act by depression action on central nervous system, thereby produces reversible loss of consciousness. Particularly loss of pain sensation occurs sufficiently complete to allow surgical operation. Therefore, such agents are called as general anesthetic agent. Now, these general anesthetic agent broadly classified into 2 types. There are 2 types of general anesthetic agent. Most of the time, they will be asked define and classify general anesthetic agent with example for 4 marks. So, you understand definition of general anesthetic. Now, the next point, that is classification. The general anesthetic agent broadly classified into 2 types. Majorly there are 2 types of general anesthetic agent. One, that is to be called as volatile, or also called as volatile general anesthetic agent or inhalational general anesthetic agent. And second type, that is called as non-volatile, or also called as intravenous, that is IV general anesthetic agent. Remember that there are majorly 2 types of general anesthetic agent. One, that is volatile general anesthetic agent or inhalational general anesthetic, and second one, non-volatile or IV anesthetic agent. Sometimes they will be asked classify general anesthetic according to route of administration. So according to route of administration, 2 types, inhalational and IV general anesthetic. Now first type, that is volatile, as the name itself indicating that these are volatile in nature. Broadly again divided into 2 types. There are 2 types of volatile general anesthetic agent. One, that is to be called as liquid volatile, and second one, that is to be called as the gaseous volatile general anesthetic. Again here under volatile or inhalational there are 2 types, liquid volatile general anesthetic agent and gaseous volatile general anesthetic agent. Liquid volatile general anesthetic agent, example chloroform, that is CSCl3, then diethyl ether, then trichloroethylene, ethyl chloride. These all are the volatile, liquid volatile general anesthetic agent. While second type under volatile, that is gaseous volatile general anesthetic agent, example nitrous oxide, cyclopropane. These drugs that is belonging to gaseous volatile general anesthetic agent. This is the first type. Second type, that is called as non-volatile or IV general anesthetic agent. As the name itself indicating that these agents given by IV route. And therefore again here there are 2 types. One is to be called as ultra short acting barbiturate, as these drugs belonging to barbiturate category, and therefore ultra short acting barbiturate, and second one is to be called as the non-barbiturates compound. Now under ultra short acting barbiturate, example that is thiopentone sodium. These injectable preparations are used in market. Thiopentone sodium, methohexital. These are the drugs belonging to ultra short acting barbiturate, that is thiopentone sodium and methohexital. While second type, that is non-barbiturate compound, example propanediol, ketamine. These ketamine injections also available in market. Then etomidate. These are the example of non-barbiturate compound. So most of the time they will ask full question that define and classify general anesthetic agent with example. Already you understand definition of general anesthetic agent, that produces reversible loss of consciousness in whole body. सगळे पूर्ण बॉडीचे पार्ट काय होते, पॅरालाइज होते, and after some time there is a reversible action. So broadly classified into these 2 types. One is to be volatile general anesthetic agent or inhalational general anesthetic, and second one is non-volatile or IV general anesthetic agent. Now under volatile again there are 2 types, liquid volatile and gaseous volatile. Liquid volatile, example chloroform, diethyl ether, trichloroethylene and ethyl chloride. While gaseous volatile general anesthetic agent, example nitrous oxide and cyclopropane. Then non-volatile or also called as IV general anesthetic agent. Again 2 types, ultra short acting barbiturate and non-barbiturate. Ultra short acting barbiturate, example thiopentone sodium and methohexital. While non-barbiturate compound, example propanediol, ketamine and etomidate. So this is the full classification of general anesthetic agent. Now here next point, that is You know that IV anesthetic agent given by intravenous route, that is injectable preparations available in market. But how to administer inhalational or volatile general anesthetic agent? That is the next point. Methods for administration of volatile general anesthetic agent. Here no question of IV anesthetic as these are given by intravenous route. But how to administer volatile or inhalational general anesthetic agent? So that is one as methods for administration of volatile general anesthetic agent. There are four methods for administration of volatile or inhalational general anesthetic agent. One that is called as the open method. Second, semi-open method. Third, semi-closed method. And fourth one that is to be called as closed method. Majorly there are four methods: open method, semi-open, semi-closed, and closed method. Now in case of open method, generally this is the method for what? Administration of volatile or inhalational general anesthetic. In open method, simply mask is kept on face of patient. जे mask असते ते काय केलं kept on face of patient and drop by drop volatile general anesthetic agent poured on face mask. Whatever the vapors evolve, these vapors diluted with air and then inhaled by patient. Therefore, that method that is called as open method. By second method, in case of semi-open method, same method as like open, only here mask is going to be totally fitted on face of patient. Whatever the drop by drop volatile anesthetic agent poured on face mask without dilution with air directly inhaled by patient, and therefore that method is called as semi-open method. इथं काय होणार आहे की ओपन मेथड फक्त मास्क ठेवलेला असेल, ड्रॉप बाय ड्रॉप व्होलाटाइल जनरल अनेस्थेटिक एजंट पोर्ट करणार, ज्या वेपर्स इव्हॉल्व होतील फर्स्ट डायल्युटेड विथ एअर अँड देन इनहेल बाय पेशंट. देयरफॉर दैट इज ओपन. व्हाइल इन सेमी ओपन, मास्क टोटली फिटेड ऑन फेस ऑफ पेशंट. Whatever the vapors evolve after pouring of general anesthetic agent, these vapors without dilution with air inhaled by patient. Then third method, that is semi-closed method. Here in these methods, volatile general anesthetic agent administered through reservoir. We know that in hospitals there are variety of reservoirs are going to be available. Through reservoir, administration of volatile general anesthetic agent take place. Soda lime used to absorb carbon dioxide present in expired air. Whatever the soda lime, that is the chemical substance used to absorb carbon dioxide from expired air, and thereby it required certain sophisticated apparatus. In case of closed method, certain sophisticated apparatus, specially designed apparatus required for administration of volatile general anesthetic agent. So these are the four methods. Sometimes they will ask explain various methods for administration of volatile or inhalational general anesthetic. So these are the four methods. Now the next point in this chapter, you understand the classification. Now variety of or what are the ideal characteristics of these general anesthetic agents. Ideal characteristics or ideal properties or ideal requirements of general anesthetic agent. हे जे general anesthetic market मध्ये available आहे त्याची characteristic कशी असते? That is ideal requirement or ideal characteristics. Characteristics or ideal properties of general anesthetic agent. So जेवढे general anesthetic agent त्याच्यात ideal property, एखादा 2 मार्काचा क्वेश्चन विचारला जाऊ शकतो. Explain or give various ideal characteristics or ideal properties of general anesthetic agent. First ideal characteristic, that ideal general anesthetic agent must be non-toxic and non-irritant. Non-toxic and non-irritant. Whenever given to the patient, it should not possess any toxic effect and it should not cause irritation, even given by inhalation route or given by IV route. So it should be non-toxic and non-irritant. Second thing, that easy to administer, means it does not require any complicated apparatus, any specially designed apparatus, very easy to administer to the patient. Then it should be stable at room temperature. What ideal anesthetic agent should be stable at room temperature. Otherwise, volatile anesthetic agent may evolve, export, and may decrease the concentration. Ideal anesthetic agent must produce the proper analgesic effect. That it should produce good analgesic effect. That whenever given, it should have pain relieving capacity. Then another characteristic, that ideal anesthetic agent should produce good skeletal muscle relaxation. Whenever given to the patient, muscle relaxation should be proper. That it should produce good muscle relaxation. If there is no paralysis of muscles or it may not be produces good muscle relaxation, there may be chances of sensation to patient. So the ideal anesthetic agent should produce good skeletal muscle relaxation. Then next property, that it should not be, or the signs and stages of anesthesia should be clear one. We will see the different stages of anesthesia. So whenever anesthetic agent given, it should be follow all four stages. Signs and stages of anesthesia should be clear. Then it should process rapid induction and smooth recovery. That whenever given, it should be penetrate properly or should process proper induction as well as recovery also be smoothly after, so that otherwise some agent may process permanent losses of nerve. So therefore the ideal anesthetic agent must process rapid induction and smooth recovery. So these are what? These are the different ideal characteristics or ideal properties of general anesthetic agent. एखादा 2 मार्काला फुल क्वेश्चन विचारला, at least you should mention 4 to 5 ideal characteristic for general anesthetic agent. So we completed definition, classification, then methods for administration of general anesthetic agent, volatile general anesthetic agent, and also completed ideal properties. Now the next point in this chapter, that is pre-anesthetic medication. This is also important one. Most of the time they may be asked, write a note on pre-anesthetic medication. So this is also important. Ekada Shastra Vichara, the what are pre-anesthetic medication? What are the reasons why we are going to be giving pre-anesthetic medication and examples. So what are pre-anesthetic medication? Pre means before. Before the administration of anesthetic agent, whatever the drug, whatever the agent given to the patient to make the anesthesia smooth and agreeable to the patient. Many times what happens? कि patient condition may not be favorable for direct administration of anesthetic agent. एक तर patient already आजारी असतो and surgery किंवा operation जेव्हा होतात त्यावेळेस patient stress tension मध्ये राहतो. So many times patient condition may not be favorable for direct administration of anesthetic agent, and therefore to make the anesthesia smooth and safe, agreeable to patient, pre-anesthetic medications are given. So what are pre-anesthetic? That these are the pharmacological agent or these are the agent given before the administration of general anesthetic agent in order to make the anesthesia smooth, safe and agreeable to patient. Now what are the reasons why we are going to be giving pre-anesthetic medication to the patient? There are so many reasons. First reason, that in order to relieve pre-operative and post-operative pain of patient. Pre-operative and post-operative pain. Pre means before operation and post means after operation. कि बऱ्याच वेळा पेन होणार आहे, कुठलीही सर्जरी ऑपरेशन केलं की पेशंटला काय सिव्हिअर पेन होणार. So some pre-anesthetic medications are given in order to relieve pre-operative and post-operative pain of the patient. Second characteristic, that why we are going to giving pre-anesthetic medicament? So in order to produce synergistic effect or additive effect to the patient. Whenever pre-anesthetic medication given, it produces synergistic effect or additive effect, or either it may enhance the pharmacological action of anesthetic agent. Then third reason, that to minimize side effect of the anesthetic agent. Whatever the adverse effect or side effect of general anesthetic agent, that should be minimized. For example, atropine used as a pre-anesthetic medication along with diethyl ether, because diethyl ether it produces very irritating in nature. It increases secretions, salivary, bronchi, nasal secretions increases. So in order to overcome this effect, anti-secretory agent atropine given. Means what? In order to minimize adverse effect or side effect of general anesthetic agent, these agents are going to be given. Another reason, that most of the time patient may remain under tension. So in order to relieve tension, stress or fear condition, बऱ्याच वेळा पेशंट घाबरतो, स्ट्रेस मध्ये राहतो, टेन्शन मध्ये राहतो. That time anti-anxiety agent given to the patient, maybe barbiturate drug, alprazolam drug, diazepam drug, given in order to relieve tension, stress, fear, anxiety condition of patient. That is also a pre-anesthetic medicament. बऱ्याच वेळा सिव्हिअर कंडिशन मध्ये असतो. दॅट टाइम बिफोर ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ जनरल अनेस्थेटिक एजंट डायझेपाम और अल्प्राझोलम इंजेक्शन गिवन. हियर दिस डायझेपाम और अल्प्राझोलम एजंट acting as anti-anxiety agent that relieving patient stress fear. One more reason or another reason that to make the anesthesia smooth and safe, agreeable to patient. These are the various reasons why we are giving pre-anesthetic medicament. Now one more point here, that what are the example of pre-anesthetic medicament. First example, that is morphine, pethidine. These injections are going to be available in market in order to relieve pre-operative and post-operative pain. That is potent analgesic agent. Then alprazolam, diazepam or barbiturate drug. These are the another example of pre-anesthetic medicament to relieve tension, stress, fear condition. Even nowadays, even atropine that is used as anti-secretory agent, which reduces all types of secretion. इथे आपले bronchial, nasal, salivary secretion त्यांना कमी करायचं. That is used as anti-secretory agent. So most of the time atropine given before administration of diethylethrin, or even nowadays domperidone, this anti-emetic agent domperidone, that is also used in most of the time patient may suffering from nausea, vomiting, so domperidone also be given. So these are the example of pre-anesthetic medication. Another full short note असेल, write a note on pre-anesthetic medication. So you supposed to write definition, the reasons for pre-anesthetic medication and examples. So like this we supposed to cover short note for 4 marks. What are pre-anesthetic medication, why we are giving, what are the reasons and examples of pre-anesthetic medicament. So this is the next point, that is pre-anesthetic medicament. This is also very important. Now the next point under this chapter, that is stages of anesthesia. Stages for induction of anesthesia. Most of the time they will be asked full question that explain various stages for induction of anesthesia. जेव्हा आपण anesthesia देतो, एखादा anesthetic agent डायरेक्ट दिला की पेशंट लॉस ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस जाईल का, नाही जाणार. There are certain stages. So the next point, that is stages for induction of anesthesia. Majorly there are 4 stages for induction of anesthesia. Let us see one by one. First stage, that is stage of analgesia. First stage, that is stage of analgesia. Second, stage of delirium or stage of excitement. Third stage, that is stage of surgical anesthesia. And fourth stage, that is stage of respiratory paralysis. Whenever general anesthetic agent given to the patient, like this step by step drug enter into the body and paralysis of various parts. Already we completed that cerebral cortex, then cerebrum function, spinal cord function, medulla oblongata function, हळूहळू काय होणार आहे, paralyze होईल and patient death पूर्ण जनरल totally loss of consciousness condition. So these are the 4 stages for induction of anesthesia. की जेव्हा anesthetic agent, general anesthetic agent आपण पेशंटला देणार, हळूहळू एक एक स्टेप पुढे पुढे क्रॉस होत जाणार. That is first stage, that is stage of analgesia, stage of delirium or is called stage of excitement, stage of surgical anesthesia, and fourth one is stage of respiratory paralysis. Let us see first stage, that is stage of analgesia. This stage begin from administration of anesthetic agent up to the loss of consciousness. जेव्हा anesthetic agent देणार तिथून तर up to the loss of consciousness, जोपर्यंत पेशंट बेशुद्ध होणार, हळूहळू पॅरालाइज होणार. Now here this is the what, that this stage begin from administration of anesthetic agent up to the loss of consciousness. Now here patient goes under loss of consciousness, but eye reflexes, eye movement become occurs, or he obeys the command of the patient. Whatever the physician giving the command, that command are going to obey. But feeling of pain sensations are going to be lost. कि जे pain sensation patient होतात ते हळूहळू काय होतात, loss होतात. And therefore this stage is called as stage of analgesia. Analgesia means pain loss occur. Here patient eye reflexes movement may take place, but pain sensation may be lost and he obeys the command given by the physician. Physician काय बोलतोय काय करतोय हे लक्षात येते, but pain sensation are going to be lost, and slowly patient goes under loss of consciousness. हळूहळू patient बेशुद्ध होत जाणार आहे. In this stage, major operation may not be carried out. Only minor operation like tooth extraction. आपण दातांच्या डॉक्टरांकडे जातो. Tooth extraction करत असताना काय होतं की only pain sensations are going to be lost, and that stage that is called as the stage of anesthesia. So minor operation may be carried out in this stage. Again, when concentration increases, patient goes under delirium or excitement stage. In this stage, when patient remains, no operation procedure is carried out during this stage. This is because here there the cortical center activity, inhibitory cortical center activity reduces, and patient may show certain symptoms like patient may be show symptoms like shouting, laughing, or in some patient maybe blood pressure may be increases, laughing condition occurs, uncontrollable condition takes place, excitement may occur, and therefore no operation procedure is carried out. That stage that is called as stage of delirium or stage of excitement. Again, if you increase the concentration of general anesthesia, patient goes under surgical anesthesia stage. This is the major stage where major operations are going to be carried out, and slowly concentration of anesthetic agent enter into the body, and various signs, physical signs observed during this stage. And these physical signs divided into various planes. That is plane 1, plane 2, plane 3, and plane 4. Means what? Once this stage is going to be completed, this stage begins from loss of consciousness up to the what? Up to the respiratory paralysis stage. In this stage, whatever the physical signs, slowly drug enter into the body and produces various signs. And these physical signs divided into 4 planes. In plane 1, eyeballs become moving. जे आपल्या eyeballs movement is moving होणार आहे. Even blood pressure also remains normal, respiration also remains normal. This is the normal movement take place in plane 1. ये जे eyeballs ची movement आहे ते ऐसे दिसणार. Eyeball become moving, blood pressure and respiration remain normal. But when patient goes in plane 2, what happen? Eyeball movement become fixed. ही जी movement होणार होती ते eyeball become fixed. Stop होईल. Then slowly blood pressure is going to be decreases, and respiration remains normal, but amplitude of respiration decreases. कि जो respiration का जो rate है तो हळूहळू काय होणार आहे? कमी होणार आहे. Amplitude of respiration decreases in plane 2. Now here, when patient goes in plane 3, blood pressure totally diminished, then blood respiration also decreases, and skeletal muscle relaxation is going to be begin. कि जे muscle आहे ते हळूहळू काय होतात? Paralyze होत जाते. And slowly skeletal muscle relaxation take place in plane 3. When patient goes under plane 4, totally skeletal muscle relaxation is going to be completed, and intercostal muscle paralysis is going to be possible. की सुरुवातीला जे मसल्स आहेत skeletal muscle ते totally paralyzed झाले, and intercostal muscle slowly paralysis take place. Means blood pressure, pulse rate, respiration directly decreases, even muscle relaxation properly occurs, and intercostal muscle paralysis is completed. Means patient goes under respiratory paralysis. त्यानंतर मग patient कुठे जाणार आहे? Last stage, that is respiratory paralysis, where total respiration is going to be stopped. And here, whatever the secretions, that secretions are also going to be diminished. Like whatever the bronchial, nasal, salivary secretions, even gastrointestinal tract secretion, these secretions are going to be diminished because of medulla oblongata depression. कि जेव्हा medulla oblongata center जो respiratory center control करणार आहे त्याला काय करेल? Paralyze करेल, and patient goes under respiratory paralysis stage. This respiratory paralysis stage occurs due to depression action on medulla oblongata, and patient totally paralyzed. And once this stage are going to be completed, major operations are going to be performed. Whenever there is a reverse action occurs, slowly patient recovered होत जाणार आहे. That initially goes to respiratory paralysis जे झालं ते हळूहळू recover होईल, then goes under respiration, blood pressure, even muscle activity is going to be reversed, and slowly patient remain under reverse condition. That is reversible loss of consciousness take place in patient. That stage that is to be called as stages for induction of anesthesia. या 4 स्टेज तुम्हाला हळूहळू त्याचे डेव्हलपमेंट होईल. Once you completed that procedure, reverse back again एक एक action हळूहळू काय होतं ते रिकवर होतं. And therefore they may be asked full question that explain various stages for induction of anesthesia. So today we completed these points, that is definition, classification, methods for administration of general anesthetic agent, then ideal characteristics, pre-anesthetic medication short note, and various stages for induction of anesthesia. Now next time we see the various drugs, that is chloroform, diethyl ether, whatever the drugs we completed in classification, we will see in detail pharmacology, what are their advantages, disadvantages. So to continue, and here again notes are also be given, you just write down the notes and continue. Thank you.